Hey, look, there's nothing much more humorous besides the fact that this is just pathetic. This isn't supposed to be funny. This is just to showcase how pathetic some of the people in the comment sections about these games can be. That's really what she's doing here. If you haven't watched 500 animes, you're not an anime fan. If you can't play Genshin Impact without a skip button, you're not a Genshin Impact fan. You know, I really think that some fans, some really avid fans, their level of passion is so high. They try to think that's just the standard because that's their perspective, and they surround themselves by other people with similar levels of passion. They start to think this is the norm, this is what reality is for everybody, and anybody that doesn't have that simply isn't a fan, period. They just can't seem to recognize that they are like at this level of fandom. We're just like, you know, here, you know, we're still fans, we still like the IP, we still like the thing. It's just that we're not at their level, and because of that, to them, we're not even fans in the first place, which is strange, because just because we don't share the same levels of passion doesn't mean we don't have passion, right? Doesn't mean we don't care. You care too much, I care, that's it. But I still care. Just because I don't care as much as you, I still do. But anyway, it seems that there's a little bit of a conversation going on surrounding Genshin Impact
again.
And it's all about the skip button and a little bit of the sentiment going on right now. Now, I've seen a part of a video, and I've also seen a video that a lot of people are talking about right now. So I've seen some creators talking about this, and a lot of people on Twitter are also talking about this. I think this is from a creator who's poking fun at tribalism or something like that. I'm not necessarily sure. I'm going to go, for example, to quotes and retweets, and we're going to explore this together. So apparently she says, someone says Genshin has no heart, because I think what she's saying is Wuthering Waves has no heart for some reason. Wuthering Waves is like Genshin, but with no heart. I've been saying that for so long. Obviously, this is someone with the Tsarista in their profile pic. Sure, whatever you're saying, man, we believe you. Wuwa is like Genshin, but with no heart. I saw a lot of Wuwa slander and endings, but by far this is the worst one, and this is obviously a very upvoted one, which I mean, to be fair, that is weird to say that Wuthering Waves has no heart. Like, have you seen the cinematics? Have you seen the polish of the cutscenes? Have you seen the evolution from day one? Clearly, you don't necessarily know what you're talking about. You know, Genshin is dry by the fact that their most watched content creator are talking about Wuthering Waves. And I did a little bit of research. I found the creator herself. I don't think she's just a Genshin Impact fan. I'm seeing some Resident Evil here too. She's a bit of an IG girl. We have some Pokemon as well. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel. Let me look, for example, at the link tree. I think link trees are what they're known. You get to see most of their stuff. All right, so this is her YouTube channel. We can check that out real quick. So in YouTube, yeah, she seems to be Resident Evil, Animal Crossing. She's a variety creator. She's a variety creator, and for shorts as well. I guess they're just going to be shared across platforms. I should know. There's also some Halo, some Pokemon. So obviously, I think whatever piques her interest, she's going to be talking about it. So obviously, this is inaccurate. This is not necessarily a Genshin Impact creator. She's just a creator that happens to talk about whatever grabs her interest. And so anyway, let's hear what the hell she's actually talking about, and we'll go from there. All right, let's just do that. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss any updates.
I guess I better go subscribe to VXV Gacha.
Genshin Impact players bragging when they stop playing the game.
Okay, so right off the bat, she came out swinging. So, okay, I stopped playing Genshin Impact. I don't think I've ever bragged about stopping playing Genshin Impact. And anybody that does is just super cringe, super weird. It's like, shut up. Do you care about some stuff you just stopped playing? It's like me saying, oh, I stopped playing this game. Look at me now. What? That's super weird. Like, especially because here's the thing. You can stop playing something, but bragging about it is just super cringe, super... What the... Dude, that's some beta ass shit. That's just... Oh my gosh. Shh. No.
I just hate the gacha system, and I don't want to play the same thing over and over again.
To be fair, the gacha system is the goddamn same in Wuthering Waves. The only difference between the two is if you lose multiple 50-50s in Genshin Impact, they were like, okay, you know what? You lost too much. Here you go. You get the golden pink thing in the 5-star animation, and you win the 50-50 anyway. So there's that. And in Wuthering Waves, it's obviously the weapon banner is 100%. So that's the only two difference. And to be honest with you, when I look at something like NTE right now, both gacha systems suck. That's just a fact.
I now play Wuthering Waves. No one even plays Genshin Impact anymore. Not one person on the entire...
We must admit real quick, her fit is amazing. She is rocking that fit.
No one even plays Genshin Impact anymore.
No one believes that. Nah, I don't know who the fuck said that. See, this is the problem with perspective. I'm pretty sure some dumbass somewhere in some replies or comments said that shit. Pretty damn sure. And I believe them. And here's why I believe them. And you should believe them too. Because that's their perspective. That's reality to them. That's the angle in which they see the reality. And the problem with people is that I keep saying this and I'll keep saying it. Hopefully people can start mature and be more disciplined and recognize just how reality works. You have to really be humble and tell yourself what I see isn't necessarily the full picture. The full picture is something you have to dig and dig and dig in order to be able to see. And for a lot of the time, what you perceive is just a fraction of the overall story. And that's just a fact. Why? Because you're just a human being, man. You're not omnipotent. You don't have superpowers. So just because you can do that in anime, because, well, the creator of the entertainment, whatever its form is, not just anime, is making it their job to show you the entire world. Well, it's not necessarily how our world works, how our anime works, called life. The anime called life. Yeah, that's not how things work, man. Like, to get the full perspective, you gotta do your homework, you gotta dig deep. And because of people not wanting to do that, or more dangerously, they're not even aware of this, it creates this type of stuff. Because to them and to their experience, this is the truth. This is their truth. I know, but that is their truth. They just can't fathom and understand because they haven't gotten that. It's like they're playing 2D chess when we're in 4D chess. That's basically what's going on. They're just in one floor when there's like 2 other floors to take into consideration. That's basically the best analogy I can give, but I think you guys can see what I'm trying to say. And if you feel like you've been, let's just say, a little bit trapped in your own stuff, because I feel like we do lose the plot from time to time. We get trapped into, we're over here, we're just processing everything that we are going through, and sometimes we don't take a step back. You got to take a small step back and just look at everything, not some things that are just about you, so that you can just say develop more of a bigger picture and a fuller picture of the things that may matter to you, that topics that you are going through and that affect you specifically. You get more knowledge, and you're just better off of that. And also, let's just say, wire your brain to process information differently. I've changed a lot in how I perceive things when I started applying this mindset. I invite you to do that. You don't have to, obviously. I just invite you to do that. And I've seen positive results. It's quite hard to tackle because life is easier when you don't do it. But I feel like life is more interesting when you do it. And also, you avoid being someone like these people.
Not one person on the entire planet. I would literally be the only one playing. Weathering Waves
Right.
is better. It's like Genshin Impact, but with no heart.
What?
Weathering Waves is better. It's like Genshin Impact, but with no heart.
So Wuthering Waves is better. It's like Genshin Impact, but with no heart. Those are contradictory statements. She's reading off comments. These are comments. She's reading off comments.
They gave me 6 more wishes than Genshin Impact did when they first released.
That's wrong. They gave you more pulls. They gave you a select standard banner, beginner banner. They gave you a free 5-star if you've been playing around then. They gave you like 15 pulls because of the Japan stuff. And they just kept giving so many free pulls, it was insane. This is just wrong. Like whoever this Hoyo Shilshi read his comments, he doesn't even know what the fuck was going on around that time. You're just stupid.
Such a vast array of games that I want to get into, and I want to be more mature with my gaming.
That's a base take.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, I just played through the Dark Souls series, the Resident Evil franchise.
Damn, I can't play those, but I play Mortal Kombat, Metal Gear, Witcher. Those are my favorite franchises right now.
I've been playing Marvel Rivals.
Weathering Waves.
Whoa, hey, pause. That's what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I play NGE too. What's wrong with that? I play all of them. So So my gacha time is right now, right? I wake up, I just do what I gotta do. I play my gachas. I do my hobbies. I play the gachas. I play. I edit. I do creator stuff because this is a hobby of mine. And then I go to work. Right, come back, and at night I like to play my other games, which is the Metal Gear, the Mortal Kombat, Witcher, whatever I fancy, and that's what I like to do before going to bed because that's my me time. That's really my me time, right? And so yeah, that's I do all of them. What's the deal? What's the problem?
Like when I hit a paywall at day 3 of release. I am so commenting that
What?
I just didn't like when I hit a paywall at day 3 of release.
What? How? What the fuck? What gacha game is that? That's a skill. That's a massive skill issue.
I am so commenting that I don't play Genshin Impact anymore, even though I only played for 3 days 6 years ago.
Nah. That's not it. There's always gonna be that guy. I think that's who she's talking about. But typically, the people I have seen talking about I stopped playing Genshin typically are very passionate and have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and money into the game, and they just had to vent, and they're just like, man, hey bro, preach. Let me tell you my story. They tell you their story, you're like, god damn, I guess I had it good. That he'd be like, yeah you did, because if you were me, oh boy, the disappointment was massive. And so huge shout out to the guys that still, despite the sunk cost fallacy and everything, they still mustered the strength to just call it for what it is and just take their L and just move on. That's huge W to those guys. I never forget you guys. That's because I started criticizing Genshin Impact, so I started YouTube. I had a lot of people that were quitting Genshin Impact at the time in my comment sections. I'll never forget you guys. Really appreciate you, boys. And a huge shout out to you guys. Respect. Huge respect for me personally. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is typically what I've seen from my experience is people that are very passionate, that were very disappointed, that have invested a lot of time and effort, energy, and money sometimes into the game, complaining about it because it's just very, very disappointing. But there will always be this one person, like you just mentioned here, that does that. But I think this is a very, very small minority. But then again, not a huge representative of, let's just say, people that quit Genshin Impact is what I'm trying to say. This is why I think people will have issues with what she's saying. I'll dig more after the video is over because I feel like people are maybe trying to make it about her, but I think all she's doing is pointing at the story at some stereotypical comments we typically see in content about Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact.
I stopped when I couldn't figure out how to level up Amber's weapon. I just don't like spending money. The game is free.
What?
Figure out how to level up Amber's weapon.
Oh man, they couldn't figure out how to level up a weapon, so they just quit. Okay, well, great.
I just don't like spending money.
Based in a video game that's predatory based. Yep. Hey. Amen. Amen, ladies and gentlemen. Amen. Hey, look, hey. As soon as after I have gotten the game, I installed the game, I'm playing the game, ain't no one looking for avenues to spend more money on the shit. I got the product, that's it. It's like you're out of the store, you're home, and you're asked to spend more money. Hey. From how I know how society works, you spend money when you're at the store. As soon as I'm done at the store, my wallet is closed. That shit, I don't know where I put it. That's it. We're done with the wallet for today. So after people get the product, it's very hard considering the conditioning we've all had on Spawn on how money is spent. It's very weird for me to just pick up a game and then being asked to pay for shit. That's just weird to me.
Like spending money. The game is free.
The game is free. You just need a little bit more discipline to navigate the predatory practice. This is where a lot of people, I feel like, just keep making a problem out of this free-to-play model. The whole point of the free-to-play model of it being free requires discipline. Without discipline, the more passionate you are, the more you want out of the game, the more you're just not gonna see the free part of it. But the more disciplined you are, it being free is super simple.
Well, I have a crippling gambling addiction, so watch your trigger words.
I like this girl. That was so sassy. Okay, let me hear that again.
Spending money. The game is free. Well, I have a crippling gambling addiction, so watch your trigger words.
One must admit, as soon as you find an avenue to just keep rolling on something, it is pretty fun. It's a lot of fun. They do beat. Dude, when I start pulling, it's very hard to stop. It's very hard to stop, man. Rolling is addictive as shit. Especially on NTE with the whole casino stuff, the Rainbow Bridge, and oh my god. Low-key, I think NTE may have like the kindest in terms of, averages to get the S ranks and stuff. But it is by far the most addictive in terms of wanting to just roll and see the animations and stuff. By far. Because you really never know. You really never know. Especially when you're close to the Rainbow Bridge and stuff. Oh, dude. It is hard, man. It is hard. Pause.
I just couldn't handle it taking up so much storage on my mom's phone.
That does sound like a problem.
Yes, I am a child commenting on your posts. What's a PC? I just gave up. It was just too much to do. Well, it looks like here in your map, you've never made it out of Mondstadt. Genshin's a really easy casual game. You can clear pretty quickly. You can get all the primo gems you need to get any characters you want. It's just too much. I've never completed anything in my life. Weathering
That sounds very accurate.
Waves is so much better, right, guys? I just love playing Wuthering Waves. It's just so much cooler.
It is. It's pretty cool.
I play the newer Chinese gacha slop game.
They do feel like slop though. And you know what? We're fine with that. The reason why is because we could just pick it up for free and just play it. Who cares? Yeah, so whatever. And also, I don't have to, let's just say, feel the need to really be that invested in it. They're very casual games, especially you can play them on your phone. That's really the most enticing part about these games. So yeah, huge shout out to Kayla Cat. So let's just see something else maybe she made about Genshin Impact. I think she must have made a follow-up video, right? Yeah, so looking around here, she does look like she makes a lot of she pokes fun at Genshin Impact a lot. For example, she does Genshin Impact deciding the power level of characters, Genshin Impact trying to get you to spend. Let's see this one.
Genshin Impact devs trying to get you to spend money. Would you guys want a new outfit? Yes, of course. What character? How about a Durin-inspired outfit in Malastro Wonderland? Oh. Okay, alright, we get it. You guys want outfits for your waifus and husbandos. Well, here's one for a Yao Yao and Xingqiu. we were just kidding. Here's one for Nouvelette. We made him just the way you like your anime characters. Flat hair and black business pants. Are you sure you don't want to spend money in Malastro Wonderland?
So yeah, as we can see here, she's really poking fun of the Genshin Impact boys. And Genshin Impact really as an IP, whether it's the devs or some of the comments and what people feel about the game. So yeah, she's pretty base. I'm not gonna lie. She's really, really base. A huge shout out to her. So let's see if people at least recognize this, because if so, we got to make sure, people understand. Wuwa is in fact Genshin with no soul. That game has failed to actually make their characters' word and story likable. Characters feel soulless slop that are discarded after patch, after their banner ends, so they can sell the new shiny character. This applies to every gacha. Bro just said nothing. But no, this is just wrong. I feel like the characters do have a lot of soul, to be honest with you. I still feel for Denia. I still feel for Lene. The freaking Amieth. Oh my god. Nah, that's just wrong. People using this post to call Wuwa soulless, while this humor is even more soulless than anything. Well, she's just poking fun at... Hey, look, there's nothing much more humorous besides the fact that this is just pathetic. This isn't supposed to be funny. This is just to showcase how pathetic some of the people in comment sections about these games can be. That's really what she's doing here. Takes like this is exactly why Hoyo Games is going to keep giving all the bare minimum in that motherfucking game. Exactly that. And I have one. I have been just chilling, minding my own business. And I like to see sometimes videos that have different perspectives than my own. And I came across this one from DGen King. And DGen King can be very interesting because let's just say I think he's just he's a true hater. Like, if he hates someone, he will do all the mental gymnastics needed to negate any take the person may have that may somewhat protect them from, let's just say, any hate the community may have towards them. Real quick context, this is a video he made about Tectone. He's farming Tectone. He said, this is Tectone's video, I may come back to Genshin. I think this was just the editor that did this. Basically, it's Tectone reacting to the new Shneznaya trailer, which is very hype. I feel like a lot of us past Genshin boys all check that out, because ultimately we quit Genshin Impact for the wrong reasons. We're still invested in the story, we're still invested in the lore and wanting to see through the finale of the journey we once started. It's just that the game, in terms of live service model, didn't entice us enough to stick to the journey, to stay in the IP. That's basically what happened. It's a sad thing, really. And apparently some people have a hard time recognizing that. And me, Tech, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, are just like that. So anyway, that's basically the context. And this is him reacting to the fact that Tectone reacted to a Genshin Impact trailer.
Warning, trigger warning. If you enjoy Genshin Impact story and lore,
Yeah.
you're gonna get pissed off by
Why?
it.
Why?
You're gonna get really pissed off by it.
Why?
And this is one of the reasons why I don't really like or want the skip button in Genshin Impact.
Why?
Because it's just gonna incentivize LARPers like this. Now,
I don't want the skip button in Genshin Impact, a feature that most players want in the game. So that way you don't have fake fans, LARPers, people that enjoy Genshin Impact, just not to the same degree that as you or other huge Hoyo boys. Those are LARPers now. We're LARPers, ladies and gentlemen. You don't like anime as much. If you haven't watched 500 animes, you're not an anime fan. If you can't play Genshin Impact without a skip button, you're not a Genshin Impact fan. It has happened. It has happened. The otaku, weeb, whatever you want to call it, mentality of trying to grandstand with the things that they do that other people don't because they're busy getting laid. It's happening in Genshin Impact. I couldn't believe what I heard. I just had to include it. When I saw that, I was like, look, I'm gonna include both takes just to show just how far certain fans are willing to go they're just ruining their own IP. So this type of sentiment just makes casual, normal folk that are still invested, I'm just not as invested as you, really, it just takes me off the picture. You're hurting your own IP. You're just leaving it for a bunch of kids. The Genshin Impact has literally become a children's game. We all know it now. That's it. There's not much polish and let's just say ease of navigation that adults will appreciate because they have other things to do with their time. This is just for kids that are just sitting there. Parents just throw a device at them and they just for hours on end because they have all the free time in the world. It's so sad. It's so sad. Now, obviously, he went on this. I think the video was like hours long, but basically, you know, intro DJ King fashion. He went on hating on Tectone. Oh man, I gotta respect the level of dedication on hating, bro. I just gotta do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Huge shout out to the creator. I already forgot your name. Yeah, I don't do names too well. I kind of suck at names, but yeah, it is what it is. We appreciate you, baby. Thanks for pointing this out. Don't throw hate at her. This is obviously satire. That's obviously pointing and laughing at how some people be in comment section. Super weird, super cringe. And yeah, I think all in all, while it is sad, we at least understand where it's coming from now. I hope I managed to shed some light on where certain takes originate from, the logic behind it and why it's even a thing. And so yeah, some of them are just there's not much it's just really preference, but for others really is just how people go and how people perceive things, and they just project their own understanding of reality into what everybody else's perspective in reality is, which is just not necessarily the case. And plus they're missing different things, but we already talked about that. I don't want to rehash stuff. So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Be seeing.